Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Introduce yourself and let's know your name and make your contributions. Is it on the body of the late president or is it on the matter of why me?
I'll touch both quickly.
Thank you.
Touch both quickly.
Please introduce yourself. Yeah.
I just have decided to remain anonymous.
That's
Thank
fine.
you very much. Yeah, I think this government for once has to be serious with what they are doing. This is not a win-win. This is not about flexing muscles. This is not about, showing who is so powerful, who is in power. There is a family that is here. There is a family that has lost. To start with, Edgar Lungu was never recognized as a president of Zambia by our president now. Edgar Lungu was disgraced as a person by this very government. One just wonders, what is it that they really want, from, ECL's, body or body? Is this just meant, to do what, this government is good at in always, torturing people mentally, emotionally, till they lose it? Is this what it is? Because one wonders why this fight, and it just brings into light the speculations that have been there, to do with, people that have gone there before trying to get this body and bring it. So we have a lot of questions really to ask, and we're really wondering as Zambians, what is this obsession about the remains of our former president? We know for sure that this has nothing to do with, the dignity of the president, ECL, be buried in Zambia, but this whole thing is about showing who is powerful, who has won, especially to do with the people that actually support this government. So for me, I know that this is a losing battle. At the end of the day, I know the South African government and the roles there will definitely favor the family. And we stand and support the family in the decision that they make. This is not the first time something like this is happening. The South African system has been tested before regarding an issue like this, and it went in favor of the family. So I have no doubt that this is what is going to happen. On why me, in as much as we do not agree with, his behavior and how he carried himself, I think it is only right that he is subjected to the system, that is the judicial system of our country. The judicial system of our country, whether you're a criminal of whatever magnitude, is that you should be given an opportunity to be tried before the law, and let the law take its course against you. And if you are found guilty, a right punishment is given to you, but not these extrajudicial that have become synonymous with this government. Well, this is not the first time, just like you highlighted that man from Chingola today. I was so disappointed with the Speaker of the National Assembly today. Why she always want to defend. A question was given to the Minister of Home Affairs to respond or answer to what is happening right now in Zambia regarding Kapwepwe. But the Speaker went on to respond on behalf of the Home Affairs Minister. And it just died like that. So for me, we have a very big problem. And trust me, a lot of people go missing. We cannot have a country where everyone is running away. Either they are running away, seeking asylum elsewhere, or they are in prison, or they are dead. This issue, whatever time it may take them to be in government, they will answer to this. As long as it is in public domain, one day they'll be answerable. I thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. Thank you so much for the great work that you're doing. I know you are called names, but that doesn't matter. You are one of the credible people. You know, if I'm looking for information, for me, I just have to go on your page. But as usual, they have a way that they want to tarnish and make every credible, you know, information to look like it's not credible so that it fits their narrative. But we know and we understand as Zambians. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
My name is Fidelis, calling from Lusaka.
Yes, Fidelis, make your contributions.
Yes, first of all, I'm glad that you've come up with such a platform where people can air their views and say what's affecting them.
Yes.
Talking about the late President, Mr. Edgar Chagwalungu, I feel there's a lot that government could have done if I thought their intentions were genuine and true to what they portray out there. I'll say, for instance, there was a situation where the PS traveled to South Africa. They sat down with the family and the family spokesperson to agree on one common ground. Right there on the podium, if you heard what Council Makebi was saying and what the PS was announcing, two contradicting statements right there on the podium. Take another example. While they had agreed to say they should repatriate the body here with ABCD conditions, there were situations where Koswe was posting on the media saying Mr. ECL was in South Africa on a Zimbabwean diplomatic passport. And his names were not Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Already that was a mockery to the family which had agreed earlier to repatriate the body to Zambia. So already there was lack of trust on that part. Going on the media, there were stories to say the road which was leading to the funeral house in Chifuema, somewhere there, was now under construction. They had to start constructing the road, and it was supposed to lay in state at the residence. They started constructing the way. That was another way of giving an excuse to say the body cannot go to Chifuema because we are constructing the roads. Again, if we look at the relationship these people had, they had a very, very terrible relationship, which is not even good for Zambia as well. Because Zambia now, I can say it even needs a lot of healing. It needs healing right now as we speak. One, Mr. ECL, when before he even came back to politics, there were many instances where he was denied passage to go out of the country many times for medical purposes and other reasons. All that hurt the family so much that they felt maybe the reason why he's late today is because of the other camp, which a normal person should, a normal sympathetic person should understand and bear with the family on that one. So I feel there are a lot of things that these people could have done. One, they could have been transparent, they could have been honest, and they could have just said, okay, His Excellence is not going to be present, but you send people on his behalf. You ask the VIP to go and represent him, the PS, those people that at least can easily relate with the family. They could have gone that route and would have been discussing a very different story right now. But then, it's a crazy thing. So that's my contribution anyway.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Please tell us your name and make your contribution.
Hello, good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
MK6.
MK, make your contribution.
Sure. I don't know if it's even a contribution or I'm just full of questions in my head.
Yeah.
Firstly, I don't know how a government that is overseen, superseded, or that is supervised by an Attorney General should sue the Minister of International Relations. I don't know how the minister has come into this issue, first of all. And then, like always, we are just praying because, like Makebi said yesterday, is it yesterday? It's a barring ECL in Zambia will be a mockery. It's a full mockery. Look, they might, maybe a few of them, they might have that desire or that mind of putting our president to rest in dignified manner. But look at their supporters. Look what is happening on social media. Even if I was to be the son to ECL, I think I would just say kill me than embarrassing my father in his death. So I think let's be sincere. Let's run away from being hypocrites. Let's just face the truth that what is happening back home has actually made the Lungu family do what they are doing. A normal person wouldn't even support them to repatriate the body. Lastly, I heard the last caller who said people are running away. You know that it has become very easy to seek an asylum anywhere you go as a Zambian. It's become very easy. I've helped people already who have gone because of political machinations. And then when you look at Waimi, the way he has disappeared, there's another story. I think you've seen it for the Chingola man. I've just forgotten the name of that man who has disappeared from January to date.
Yes.
The family don't know where he is. You know? And how many of you politicians have been abducted without knowing where you've been taken until such a time when they'll feel like, oh, there's pressure. We cannot live like this. Let me just use your platform here to speak to the people. So we've got Amnesty International, we've got the UN, we've got other international bodies that we can report to, because the police in Zambia are doing extremely nothing when you report such issues to them. So please, let's not relent and look to the Zambian police. We have police everywhere in the world. You can report what is happening in the country. It's not a crime. So please, let's be observant. Let's look after each other and see what is happening. We've never lived like this before in Zambia. We've never. And as they like saying, it's the first time since independence. And it's true. It's the first time.
MK, thank you very
so
much. Thank you. Let me take some other calls. Thank you for your call. Okay, the calls are coming in. They're coming in. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
My name is Michael and I'm calling from England. Wombashandu ambassador.
Yole salet sungashana imwe.
Awe na ine mfiwino. Am I live on your? Am I live?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Make your contributions.
My contribution is I was watching Parliament and the member of Parliament, Mau Sampa. He asked a question. Asking about the Yako Waimi and Mkwai. But Wachramona won't say Kunoku England won't say today Mona. So number either question you have open. Mau Sampa Wachrai Chokwe Watusha Waimi Aliquisa. Ida Nankane question Yachusha Mau Sampa. It was direct to that way so Jack Mim. Mamona, Yacha direct to a Jack Mim. But Jack Mim were watching about Suka. Mamona, no, but now to a papa for ever to one secuno, but my ever Mary Muti, ever Mokwas Kirakova, Minister of yes. Is that Ushichi? Also, Mauda Shuafi. Ushakusoma honestly mwantu wakwalesa Jack Mwimbu ngeba chasuka nomba mayaba Mary Muti eba asukira mundo mali stwala kuita shuwa honestly speaking abantu beswale ruba ule muneso wa kuchingola ali ruba tapali nabalanda po amwamba usheri stwala kuisa mbe chalo cheso twala ya kui
Very powerful. Thank you very much, my brother. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening. Just call me Mr. X.
Mr. X, please make your contribution, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. In fact, I will touch the issue of why me, as well as the former president. And if you, Mr. Mamba, if you look at the submission from the Attorney General, from what we have seen from the social media, what they have submitted before the court, you can even tell to say these people because you cannot submit from what the Attorney General is saying. You say no, they have got evidence to provide before the court. But meanwhile, we will use another means to engage our family. Now, if you look at the way these Attorney Generals submitted before the court of South Africa, you can even tell to say,
yeah.
It depends, especially that you don't have evidence. Just because you are using taxpayers' money. Who could study step? You have a situation whereby the entire Zambians, if not all, we are South Africa, we have Mutati, the former president, Waleta injunction. But no, we have got evidence to say about the proceed because there is a, and I was very surprised. I expected maybe probably they will produce a judgment which was delivered by issue kwa Wakaunda and the family. Unfortunately, muri submission yabo, there is literally nothing but submit based on the issue of Wakaunda, because what the Attorney General saying, no, according to the judgment, blah 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 blah. There is this evidence which was provided, and the court made a judgment. But there is literally nothing.
Yeah.
They are coming up with something. I can even tell to say South Africa. I don't know. Just that time lawyers will.
Yes.
Instead of them engaging the family to say, "Mwema families to a papa, we were supposed to engage you." The former president died today. But government they were supposed to announce that funeral the same day.
Yeah.
It took them almost 3 days for them to come up with that announcement to say there is this funeral. On top of that, let's land up. If you have a government balungu bali bapishisho mwafulafula mwingi fye. You know what? By UPND bali bafe, they have got that mentality ya kwata fye olupato na chalali fye nga bakupata fye bakupata tabaka kwebere kwa tuli musuma. Ba mwamba, you remember very well nga kwaliko bantu abali against na Mwanawasa ma policies yabo ni ba PF. But when Mwanawasa died, the first person who kuyachita ambo before Mwanawasa ni Basada. And we mourn ba Mwanawasa regardless of which political affiliations. But with my UPND, the first thing they did, instead of announcing the funeral of the former president, they went in rampant to celebrate the death of the former president.
Yeah.
Almost I'm speaking from a rural constituency, I'm speaking from a rural constituency, to be specific Kaputa. To be specific, Kaputa. Even where I am in Kaputa, they celebrated UPND, staunch UPND members. They celebrated the death of the former president. What transpired if we were against some of the policies, but when he died, but with UPND there is nothing like that.
Yeah. My brother, thank you very much. No, they are insulting. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can pick some more calls and I give my views. Yes. Good evening, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Good evening, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
This is Kelvin from Lusaka.
Switch off the other device or mute it and speak through the microphone. Speak louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Kelvin.
Yeah. Make your contributions, Kelvin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mwamba. The first thing, our president Wesu Edgar Chagwalungu. Government yakwete relationship, full relationship in avena. Yakwebati abantu bamone okwebo kutila uyu muntu alini former president. No respect. Tapali even kuti twalanda fe kubo kutila fyonse bali fumishepo. So even na family y'abalungu kuyoko yi ilelo lekesha no kumonefya abantu bale posta na pa social media kumono kwa it's very true chishinka. So imitima ili yakalipa abantu nangu benga monika kwati na bachita pretend but abantu abamano na beshuko kutila family fyo bale ipishamo bintu fimo ifibi limwe fintu fimoneka simpo ngatafiri kuli iwe. Lelo ichirefu aikwa kwa fuilisha family yaba Edgar Chagwalungu, not even the family, even the people of Zambia, so that abantu beshi beshinka. And if your government ichitire submit, it's totally different. Let's hear ichitika pali balungu nga mwachimumona. Ile example bale pere yaba kaunda, totally different, my brother. Tafipali renako. Ushewa kaunda bali kwete po ukubatrita ngefi balungu bapitiremo.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Kelvin. Wind up quickly.
Okay. So, if you're Neranda, please, Mr. Mwambanga, inchitoe mule bomba ya makasana tuletotela. Please, tuwafuilishe niko, no kule kafyonse file mwaneko kwebo kutila tatufishi mwafileta pa social media so that mwatuchitako update. Thank you.
Good evening, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening, sir.
Mwabombe mkwae batata.
Yole sale tupala shana imwe.
Nati na nembike kwa mashiwi.
Ilandeni ama.
Elio mulele teri kwete sana amano. Bamwamba weso. Icha kutangirira po chintu chimwe cyo tufuye twonse n'abayusi mulebe babaru abene abakamunde terere. Batata weso akawunda bali twebere abati. Abanso barumendo bonkwete apa tabakwete ubwafya no kutungurira ekyalo. Bati uyu munumendo oyo akesa akanye ekyalo. Bayusi kozi tabashupa bali bazembe kana tuma switi. Sicho bomfuira bakarambuvu baliranda. Numba batuleterera bamasoni bali mu kyalo kyesu. Load shedding abantu bambo okulaluba. Ushaba mamba. Ikyalo kino kiyitwa Christian Nation. Ushe mwalasa mwite ushikubawo be party useless day. Ushe mwewe na Zambia tuwati poshani. Ifintu ifya kwa bati na tumuna nukumona ati ubuhuru shituifra nukumona. Ushe Bushe ba mwamba.
Mkwai.
Bushe ba mwamba no rutapaso swa. Ififire chitikapa. Ababeni abantu abale chitifi. Kuko bafumata kwa babakaramba. Natukwata empty tomb. Natukwata echitumbi ojo tule chusha. Ushete kwa babakaramba ko bafuma. Nurufye ko bafuma kwa bafuma fye fipuwa. Ifi bale chitifi bale sebanye charo. Nokutubika nabantu bonse bale tubika pali abo bene obarese kanga Zambians ba mwamba weso. Ara natusebana n'abantu fu bari kitakonse fe kuma corners ya kuteke charo ile leta fyo musebanya mu parliament mwaje unaika icharo chesu reputation nayo unaika ba youth ocho mwachitire mukese chitani du tena fire mwacherere mukese funya ku impuso yenu.
Thank you, Bane. Thank you very much for your contribution. Quickly wind up. Okay, I think he's finished. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, Mwamba.
Yes, sir. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yeneni nemurenga mwaume ndetumi nokufuma ku USA. Mwina chinsali Zambian.
Mkwa yo banela ndeni pona imwe.
Weba fyashi olotapaso swa kuti wasuka wasosa. Wena ifire chitika muchalo chesu cha Zambia. No muntu wine wale supporta babantu. Ndemona nga mwaikala bwino mwalanshanya na bena ngebo tukwete kuno. Kwena balela ndati iftafiweme.
Yes.
Moneni umwaicho indande kupa mwaicho yukapwepwe. Takuri umuntu mutunturu wale supporta ukutukana kwakwe yo. But echo natemwa kwa Zambian chakwe bati taba supporta ichiruwo. Whether the government or umuntu fye yawe. Tuwishe chiruwo ne chiruwo yo. Umwaiche ale ukana ale chitenshi but if ifunde let the law take its course like they have proclaimed themselves to say they are the government of laws. Unfortunately, this is a government without laws and with total disrespect for the law of Zambia. Zambians are listening, Zambians are watching. People of God, let's turn back kulile sa. If you chitika mu Zambia, tafiatara chitika po yo. Tie ni tuwele kuchezo cha kwalesa tufunyepo ababantu. Balandati ngata ule tamfia ina mashire kulira ifi na mafire kulira ifitekwa mu yadi mumobe pafamu pamo ita ule fipepeka. O pafamu pamo ule fipepeka ngafia puisha fikesa pa yobe famu. Na utambo mnobe bale mu ipata ule landa ngaba puisha ulia bala isa kuliwe. Efo chaba pano pachalo. Batiro sungomo nangwe techuka. Let's hold our hands together. Let's move together. What's happening is wrong. To start with the president, the former president, it is wrong. Let the president humble himself. Let the president address this case like a president. You can never be an enemy to somebody, even in death. It has never happened before. I have a lot to say, but I will leave it here for now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I'm calling from Osaka.
Okay, make your contributions, sir. What's your name and tell us your contributions. Okay, you're landeni po.
Therefore, utsanani kani pa fintu ifile chitika mzalo chesu atafiwe menangu pano. Mwando wakati I government ya wapo tayumfuifia wantu bareranda. Then wafuwa kutitikisha awa nao. Munzo nipansambu ya abantu bonse twali kwa dama human rights. So tetule chitanani tetumule titikisha awa nenu yo. Power yali wa templo. Power belong to the people. So the monarchy if you valipo na maero waka wapo. Kawoku wafunya hapo. Natotera mwewa fyashi.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello?
Yes, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Okay. My name I'll say Ninebo Kwenyu.
I will
not address my name.
Mr. Emmanuel, to tell you the truth, what is taking place in Zambia, we are not happy. And we want Zambia to be redeemed back to how we had peace from the time of the time we received democracy. Zambia has never been the way it is now. So we are really crying to God that God should take us back. And then talking about Dr. ECL, I think let it be that he should just be buried in SA. We want that to happen so that when the good government comes in, things can now be done in a polite way and with respect. Because our president did a lot, and we want to remember him continuously with respect. And then coming with the issue of why me and the other man that was adopted and the likes, there is a lot that is going on under this government. Already today, I'm from receiving news from the mine which is in Mpundu. The police have killed live the people, the miners that are working, who are the local people, the Zambians. They've been shot dead. They are in cold blood right now as we speak. So what is taking place, it's really bad, Mr. Mwamba. And we are going to change the government coming 2026. We are going to change the government. Zambians, yes, we have been kicked by cyber laws. We are quiet, we don't talk, but we know what we are going to do. Coming 2026, we know what we are going to do. It's a pity that God allowed our Dr. ECL to be taken. We wanted him back, but God will still raise us somebody that is going to lead us, who has a heart. Thank you so much. That was my contribution.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
The line is open. Let's hear from you. We are discussing two matters. A matter regarding why me and the issue of the Zambian government. They've sued the South African government for surrender of the remains of the late president. They want a court to compel the family and the government of South Africa to surrender the body of the late president to them. They are no longer asking for help. They are no longer asking for questions. They just want that body, and that the body should come, because under the former President's Benefits Act, that body belongs to to the state. They are citing the former President's Benefits Act as a principal authority. Now, remember, President Lungu's benefits and pensions were stripped, and his office was closed by the letter that we'll read here. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Mr. Mwamba, I don't know there if it's morning or what. I'm also calling outside Zambia.
Wonderful.
In Asia.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us your name and your contribution.
Yeah, my name, I'll just hide it anyway.
Okay.
My major concern is mostly on this Kapambwe. I'm very much interested in this case. So I think I really want to take it up strongly so that we see those who are involved into his death. Because we can't have Zambia whereby people are disappearing like this. It's something which is uncalled for. It's like each and everyone now is living in fear. Whatever happens, as long as it's politically related or whatever, next time we'll just disappear like that. So please, I would love to have the guidance of how we can take this seriously. If it's international police or whoever who is involved, human rights, we have to take it seriously so that we see we have justice. Zambia must have justice towards this. We don't want such type of barbaric things to be happening in our country, and we are seeing. Just because someone was on the other side of the party, talking rubbish, what and what. These things have been there since independence. People would talk, but no, it couldn't reach to such an extent. So, Mr. Mwamba, thank you very much. This is the only thing which has touched me, and I really want to take it seriously. This one. Whoever was involved, from the same Shubukombe to those who are involved, we need to have great investigation. It starts from there until we get the culprits. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Honorable Mwamba, good evening. Here it's evening. I don't know that side, whether it's morning or it's afternoon.
Thank you, my brother. Introduce yourself and make your contributions.
Okay, Honorable Mwamba, this is Charles Mbewe, known as Mr. Fresh, Lusaka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think I want to touch on the issues of late President Edgar Lungu.
Yes.
For me, from my own wisdom and from my understanding, Honorable Mwamba, you agree with me that ECL died as a man who was in active politics. Okay? From the time ECL decided to return into active politics, we are told that the Constitution demands that he ceased to be the former head of state. Right? Is there any provision that decides or tell us to say once you are dead, then you become back as a former head of state? As I know myself, I've been calling this to say ECL was the ex-former head of state. As things stand, he died in active politics. Meaning, in short of my understanding, it means that ECL was no longer, controlled by this government system, looking at the fact that they took away all the entitlements, including health insurance from the presidential benefits. So should the presidential benefit comes only when the person is dead? I think for me, that is something that I will call it's rubbish, and whoever is thinking in that particular way as a state, a personnel or trying to educate the masses, I think it's rubbish for people to come and, try to be good when someone is gone.
Thank you, my brother.
For me, I will say, Honorable Mwamba, that ECL was in active politics and he died while in active politics. And what we know is about the Constitution tells us that you cannot be a former head of state and enjoy the government, benefits while you're in active politics. So it does not hold any water for the Attorney General to say these things automatically restored after death. Then whoever was thinking or planning for that constitution was not thinking. It doesn't add up. So these people, I think for me, I don't know who has advised them to say they should even indicate that the benefits are restored when one is dead. It doesn't add up, Honorable.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Please,
thank you very much.
Let those that are listening from the government or the same Attorney General, where was the Attorney General when ECL was denied access to go for medicine? Why didn't he sue the same government when ECL was denied access? Because it was in public domain. And today they're claiming to say they are not aware. Are they in Zambia or they are living somewhere where there is no network? I think we are being ruled by people who really, their thinking capacity is too low. Thank you so much, Honorable Mom.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. The South African government has sued the family of the late president. That included the South African government, they are demanding that the remains of the late president be repatriated to Zambia. It's no longer an issue of negotiating with the family. They want the body of the late president, to be brought to Zambia. Please call, let's hear your views. I promised to read a letter here. I'll read it before the end. I've got it, where they stripped the president of all benefits and closed his office of 6th president. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening. Good evening. This is Beauty calling from Lusaka.
Beauty, make your contributions.
Yes, a quick one. First, I just want to appreciate the program that you are bringing. We really appreciate. Then straight to my points. Over our former head of state, it's better for him to be laid in South Africa, to be buried in South Africa, because, I wasn't for the idea at first because I loved him. I'm not into politics. Yeah, some of us are not into politics. We always say Zambia is above all political parties. It belongs to all of us. But I was saying, let him come because we really wanted to mourn him. But with the way things are unfolding, let him be laid there in South Africa, and then later he's going to come back. Why? We all saw how the president was treated. We also, it was so sad, the way they used to stop him going to access medicals in South Africa. Believe me, you UPND, you are listening, that was wicked. It was really, really wicked, and God doesn't like that. Then again, Maeva Esther Lungu and those orphans. The battle UPND that you're fighting the battle against God. This is scripture. This is the word of God. You're fighting. You're not fighting against anybody else. You're fighting against God. And me, I know how this is going to end. This is going to end as, the legal matter will fall in the favor of the family. Believe me, we know how this is going to end. Please, UPND, stay away. Now, from which they apply, please, with due respect, sir, feel like you're going to fight against God. Nobody is going to stand on the way of God. This is a Christian nation, and we believe in the values of Christians. We still stand with the family because you know what I mean. So now, over Francis and Francis, we never used to support Francis. I stand with the other callers as well because he used to insult. But where is he? This nonsense must come to an end. We don't want to see such things in Zambia. We don't want anyone to come and be mistreated again. The way this family also the former first family has been mistreated. This is very bad. Believe me, And, it's just that people are so scared. I don't know. In the first church mother body, the church mother body in Zambia, you are cowards. You are cowards. Because this thing was supposed to be sorted out by the church, but the church is quiet. Where are the fathers of faith in the country? Where are they? So now, I'm foreseeing this thing of maybe trying to go back, where women were going to now stand up for Mama Esther Lungu. This is not good. We are going to stand, and we are going to stand for them, and we are going to pray, and we are going to cry. This is very bad. It's not good what is happening. Now, Francis Tumumone, whatever that has happened, that has transpired, the God that sees the Salem, anyone behind this is going to come out in the open. Because
thank you very much, my dear sister.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, she touched on the Bible. The Bible is very clear. Exodus 22, verse 22 to 27. Do not mistreat the widow or the fatherless. If you do, and they cry out to me, I will certainly hear their cry. My anger will be aroused, and I will kill you with the sword. Your wives will also become widows, and your children will become fatherless. This is Exodus 22, verse 22 to 27. So the Lord protects his own himself, nobody else. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Yeah, hello. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm TK calling you from Lusaka.
Okay.
Good Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening. Please make your contributions.
Ambassador, what is going on in this country? I can say whatever is happening, like the death of the former president, it is for the purpose. God has allowed to be the way it is. It is for the purpose. And what these people are doing, others might think that they have won, that now Edgar Lungu is gone. Others are celebrating and whatever they are doing. But I can assure you, Ambassador, that the way God works, you can have your plan, but God has got a final say. The way it is in life, we plan even 5 years ahead of us to say, after next year, I'm going to do this, but God has got a final say. So what these people are doing, they think that they are
network. Yeah. Thank you. I found the letter. Let me read it quickly before I go back to the phone calls. So the letter was a confidential letter written on 30th October 2023, 2 days after President Lungu came back to active politics. It was written by Dr. Oliver Muvita Kalabo, who was acting secretary to the cabinet at the time. And this was a letter to President Edgar Lungu. It's dated 30th October. Pensions and other benefits to the 6th president of the Republic of Zambia. Reference is made to the above captioned letter. On 28th October, during the 9th memorial anniversary of the late Mr. Michael Chilufya Sata, 5th President of the Republic of Zambia, Your Excellency, you announced that you had returned to active politics. According to Section 2 of the Benefits of the Former President's Benefits Act, amended in 1998, promulgated by Act Number 21 of 1996, active politics is identified as the doing of anything indicating a person's intention to hold elective or appointed office. Further, Your Excellency, the said Act provides for the pensions and other benefits conferred of this Act to be paid, not to be paid, assigned or provided to a former president who engages in active politics. Therefore, following Your Excellency's decision to return to active politics, as evidenced by your acts and your speech delivered by Your Excellency on 9th memorial anniversary of Mr. Michael Chilufya Sata, you are hereby informed that government shall henceforth no longer provide benefits accruing to the office of the 6th President of the Republic of Zambia in accordance with the law. Accordingly, Your Excellency, be informed that government will enforce the law to the latter with immediate effect and will withdraw all benefits conferred on you by the Act. Accordingly, Your Excellency, please also note that we've removed you from the payroll effective 1st November 2023. In addition, the office of the 6th President is now closed and with immediate effect. And all the staff that were allocated to the office will be redeployed. Further, take note that government will no longer provide security, accommodation, transport, and other requirements as the law provided to a former president. Your Excellency, kindly be informed. Dr. Oliver Muvita Kalabo, Acting Secretary to Cabinet. Copy, Attorney General. Copy, Principal Private Secretary at State House. Copy, Permanent Secretary, Public Service Management Division. Copy, Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Office. Copy, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security. They even closed the office of the former president. Today, Attorney General is suing the family and South African government that they want the body to be returned to Zambia because he's a former president, and as a former president under this act is entitled to these benefits. So you can now call. I just wanted to give you an informed opinion so that your contributions are more informed. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Oh, Nebo Stonge.
But Stonge Landeni po.
Oh, Chirawon. Copa Belt.
Mkwai.
Mkwai. Na enemy na trafo kutele. Sefile chika mtuzo chezo Zambia. Intekunga kwa filma. President Rungu waranja. Tukushire bulo shi. Takwabo kupamba mine chintu icho yole munati abantu tabalefa tukasangwepo but namukosa kofi takwaba and ifintu vile vya abature mutalo chisa zambe ture ibukafu abantu iyo mupasho walela njali mwalesi seminari mu fya kuntashi iyo bakateka balipo walesi seminari fya kuntashi karati chika nomba kwa batu bali ba blind no kwambo kusalo chitumbi muntu wa andi muntu anako sapofye bajimwe bantu mulikirife mule supporta vya tawe kaidi tulefa kaidi ni statement kaidi iwe uyu muntu waro hare fintu tare wa tare mposa kwa manista tare bita tare foka sangwe po mano ya shengashi icharo toze chireda na bada wafi abantu ni chinshisho bakosere pokanchi bako batuika sangwapo as a government bakusanga umuntu fye umu baji ari indirect ari pange fintu fo abantu na beshi baje ule panga be push jeno bali barenda muna nikarimu funde yangu kila tse twasala pukafu bantu bambokura muna kunta in future eso tse uko bali twala nibisa mu chirindi nango bali twala basuma tufire twaishi obushe bali twala bali twala kwisa because ngambombo ko muntu kwa yintu tachire bakali pabene echo bali fwa bena kuiranga ku bantu ajao twali babwino libenja aba chipatima yabo fe abiso and let up then what in this like bafield no therefore to feel to point to abantu aba ukulanda kali mu mushibena te twikale po fira ngo chama ni bakwa bajibeka sangwe po abeka sangwa po pachipali takwa abantu kusangwa abantu bese bara tuma direct no because you ole bonfyamaka aona tukwata bare tukonga so twakora chinya abantu takulifya kuchinya abantu balabali kusala Afrika bali na bamayo bali na nebo chikalipe tachikali yawo bena bali fokusala ukubasalutira yonse bala basalutira yonse fefo basalutira bose bakonga basalutira chapwa so bena baleke fe bamayo bashike ifo wale nani le songi na le wale ponena nangu tulepepa bonse fe tulepepa tafya katitika mamano ya bufuntu ya bwa mu ya buno tafya katitika tulepepa na totera.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Please call. Let's hear your views. Let's hear your views. Today we're discussing the two issues, the disappearance of Why Me. We've gotten more details of the wedding that he undertook, and then the issue regarding the late president. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Yole sale tupala shana imwe.
We know we're doing very well. I'm calling from Manchester.
Yes, my brother.
That took me a few days ago on your program.
Nimweba ni amashina yama from Manchester. Okay, bamwaba landeni pona imwe.
I'm sure. You know, sometimes you fail to understand. And these guys, this government, they've really exposed themselves so much. It's like they sleep and they try to manufacture their own constitution and legal frameworks that are just so confusing and exposing them exactly what Michael Sata used to say, that under 5 years, politics, they don't know how to do things. Because all these issues, It's just embarrassing our country. Instead of us putting the ECL to rest, some of us, we can't move on because we're still reborning. And when you sit down as a human being, as long as you've got the conscience and the Holy Spirit in you, when you see what's happening to the ECL family, it's you can't like such a thing, you know. And even this whole case, there's no case there. The Constitution is very clear, you know. So whatever they're trying to achieve, or whether they're just trying to put the ECL family in courts and just trying to give them more legal fees and expenses and stuff, trying to squeeze them, only God knows. But for me, I think what I wanted to say, I think this is how bad our country has become, where people are calling, but if you know, for me, that speaks volume more than what we are saying now. Where people calling, that's like you're living in a country where that's not a democracy. Zambia is no longer a democratic country. Yes, we have elections, but then what's happening? It's proper dictatorship where people now, no, in the copper belt. You can't live like that. You can't live like that. You continue to live like that is a time bomb, and people are going to act in a way that we don't want to happen. So I think keep on giving people the platform, and we'll keep on coming and support you. But this, whatever the government they're doing, is just a waste of time. It's not going to take them anywhere, and they'll definitely lose. The South Africans made it very clear. We can only give the body to the family. So number one, do you think the South Africans are going to change the constitution for HH and his friends? This is a joke. It's a waste of time. So I think thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Manchester. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's Friday today. We'll be closing in the next 15 minutes. Make your calls. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Bamutale London Ponaimo, where are you calling us from?
Kukasama.
Mkwaiba Mutale London po.
Shishi chikosere pamubiri waba Edgar Chagwalungu na government na ngochi warefo kushinikisha na ngochi warefo kuchitako amba ninkwatako solution ukushika kwafe ukushika vyombili weka ndanga bawo chera kuchabashana akuti fyonse fipwe bakoche fyo mubiri kosina limwe na pawa neso amuzire mbala chiteofi plus kuri you why me umuntu nangwale etukana ali kwa densa ambusha kumukaka not ukubira. So government ifwera tontonkanya posana ali fyonse fintu balechita. So yomubiri yes yo ngawakana okutira ti bale ufwaisha sana abalupwa eba kwetepwa maka wakaye ocha rombo kale torombe mitu tukesa shika.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, Wamwamba, it's Patrick Chinofia from the UK.
Thank you, sir. Make your contributions.
Wamwamba, Chakosa Shan. Because ECL, Wamwamba, the nation knows that I'm not PF.
Yeah.
I'm an activist. You know, when HH was incarcerated for a treason case, which was supposed to be a serious traffic case, we supported him. And this time, I think the way ECL was treated was not good. And we're supporting him. But Bamwamba, what surprises me is the same people are saying they didn't deny ECL AMA benefits because it was the law. You know, the state, former President
Benefits Act.
Benefits Act. So which means when ECL was alive, he was not entitled to any state benefits. So he was a private person, including funeral, because even funeral benefits, expenses are part of the state benefits, isn't it, Ramam? So ECL, by the time Alefwa, he died as a private person, no state benefits. So now why, in his death, why are they saying he's a state asset? So are they telling us the president has got power to abrogate the constitution and change the law and say now posthumously ECA now qualifies for state funeral benefits? So, but I can't add one and one. Why they are so much interested in the body of a person? They stripped off the benefits, including the same expenses they are spending now on lawyers and in South Africa, everything. Why? You know, and then why suing a family that is grieving? I rest my case, Ramon. But you know, them need to understand why the state ikosele pamovili waka lungu. When he was alive. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. You can call back, sir. You can call back. I guess you can call back. I see you wanted to make some contributions. Let's see if we can get him back quickly.
Hello, my brother.
Yes. Did you still have something else to speak to?
Yes, I just wanted to add something. Fellow Zambians, Zambia will never develop in a law, you remember this law was passed, law ya kukanya president ingaingira active politics kumpokama benefits. That was a draconian law.
Yeah.
It was passed specifically to stop Kaunda from coming back to politics. So Bamwamba, after President Saba Konkerepo, they should have abolished this law. Because this law is against our constitution. Because Bamwamba, you and myself, it's our constitutional right to affiliate ourselves to any political party.
And to your pensions and benefits, Ngawabo.
And to your pension and benefits. So this should have been stopped. Even by HH, you know, we're expecting people like by HH, Wanawasa, and them to come and stop, repeal this law. Because this law was, but you know why? Every president benefits out of this. They've kept it in case
they want to punish the predecessor.
Are well about politics. Just like the Public Order Act. A lot of Zambians but don't know that the Public Order Act was passed in 1956 by the then governor Arthur Benson of Northern Rhodesia. Why did he pass that law? To prevent Abantu Abafika Bakaunda and them to agitate for independence. And then what did he do? When they protested, Kaunda vowed that I'm going to abolish this law when I come into power in 1964. What did he do?
Yeah.
He only changed the name from Public Security Regulation into Public Order Act. And what did he do? He jailed Kaunda Kapwepwe for 77 days in Mongo. And every president, Chiluba, Mwanawasa, everybody promised to, even HH, promised to abolish or repeal the Public Order Act. They never did it because once they come in there, they know the weapon to use against their opponent. In Shicharo Chikachita develop Shani. Kusa Africa, the best example of Mwamba. Tabakwata Polo, Barikwata States benefit. Mbeki is enjoying all the former presidents enjoy, including funerals. Mbeki, the former president of South Africa, decided to rebel against his own party because he wasn't happy the way Zuma was ruling the country. And he voted against ANC. did they chase him from ANC? Did they stop ama benefits? Did they pass a law to say, let's punish this guy? Let's pass a law that whoever goes back into active politics will lose some benefits. These are things that are going to make our country not to go forward. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Wachlufia. Thank you very much. Yeah. Please make your calls. We then close the program at the hour. Today we are discussing two critical items. We're discussing the latest move by the Attorney General of the Republic of Zambia, who has filed what is called a motion. In this motion, he has amended his demand. In the earlier application, he had just sought to prevent the family from burying the late president and from conducting the funeral. In this new amended version, he wants a body of the late president. He alleges that the president's body is state property and must be returned to Zambia to be accorded military honors, culture and tradition that they've accorded the previous presidents. And he's no longer asking the family or the Republic of South Africa. He just wants the court to order them to surrender the body and the remains of the late president to Zambia. Of course, I've just read a letter to you that showed that a letter written by Cabinet Office that stripped of all benefits of the late president. They even closed the office of the sixth president and dispersed the security and staff that were allocated to the office, and the office was closed. The president died without any of these benefits. The president died literally as a private citizen. And then we have rulings and precedent from South Africa, which courts have favored the next of kin, in this case, Mama Esther Lungu. The country has been discussing just even the propensity and the morality of suing a grieving family. The entire family has been sued, including the Attorney General, including the undertaker. Now they've added the government of the Republic of Zambia. That was our first leg of discussion. The second leg of discussion was on Waimi, the young man that went missing on 2nd June, was transported to Lusaka, was detained at Lilai police station. He has not been seen since. He has not been seen since 2nd June 2025. Reports emerged that he had died in police custody, succumbing to the wounds of torture and beatings on 9th June 2025. This entire process was preceded by a purported engagement where the Nwami was told that a passport was being brought to and rings were being brought to Harare. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
Number one, the death of Francis Kapwepwe is quite unfortunate, and it is painting a very bad picture on the government, as what is started as rumors to say the government has been abducting people, the government has been killing people, the government has been doing extrajudicial killings. Now it is visible and intangible. The evidence is clearly now seen. Despite Francis Kapwepwe's utterances and sentiments against the president, we cannot justify his death as a non-material, because he's a Zambian citizen. In the first place, the government exists to protect its citizens. That's number one. So the citizens that are now seeing what Francis Kapwepwe has been treated, they will get to be worried as to what kind of a parent, what kind of a father that are overseeing their lives, that are overseeing their souls are. So this must be a worry to the government, and the government must quickly come out and state the facts. Even if they didn't know where Francis Kapoepo went after the court process, the first court process, they should state the fact clearly. They should go to Zimbabwe. If it was purported that he was in Zimbabwe, they could have gone to Zimbabwe and interact with the Zimbabwean government so that they establish the fact and settle the matter to the Zambian people, because every government is answerable to the citizens. So all these things, they may think that people are not seeing. They are looking and people are not reacting. People are reacting. Then second, the death of ECL. We have already stated to government mismanage the process. And again, it's like the way they say in Bemba to say, you cannot inflict pain upon a pain. There is a pain. People are mourning. You know, those who have lost, everyone here, even including the president has lost a relative, has lost a closed one. He knows how it feels by heart when you lose a person or a pillar in your family. So, on top of that, then you take them to court. Surely, where is tradition wisdom? Indeed, this is why our forefathers normally they say, education is not a natural wisdom. Education just provides for you to get employed or to gain certain privileges in the employment sector. But wisdom, we normally develop wisdom through consultation, through somebody to be taught or somebody to guide you. Now it's like that the present government and the UPND team, there is nobody who is guiding the president. The president is not answerable to anyone, and this is why we are seeing all this miserable. The president said will be laughable to the world to be laughing at us. Indeed, the world is laughing at us from the one that the former president died. So it doesn't give a confidence, and it goes by the scripture to say, whoever that God wants to destroy, they first make them mad. I think this is madness that we are seeing. Clearly, this is madness. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we to the Kumatero on this topic for today. Thank you for the huge turnout and thank you for your cause. They keep the matter alive. It's incumbent upon the state to disclose where YME is, and then this action they've taken, we hear from other stakeholders. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Anonymous, calling from Lusaka, Zambia.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
Yeah, inachile mpapusha kofi kwena ba mwamba. Ubuteko wachita su ubuteko bwa South Africa. Kushe kwena. Ubuteko bwa South Africa. Bukwete bote ile mkwai. Ubuteko bwa South Africa. Bukwete bote. In short. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Oh. Okay, kwena china chafu yafe njipushe penjere mina wachita su abaro. But moreover, the family has a final say over the body. Is that not so?
The government attorney general says no, it's up to government. So they want to take the body with or without the consent of the family.
Shame.
That's the latest development. Thank you. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello.
Tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Back again, Beauty from Lusaka. I'm back again, sir.
Yes, Beauty.
A quick one. I know that we have a UPN. I can see from the comments. supporters for EPND. One thing that I want to say as a last word is, we've seen the celebration that UPND has done over the funeral, especially our ECL. This has made everything to be the way it is because of the celebration. Honestly speaking, like I concur with other callers, Wuloshi, that is witchcraft. That is witchcraft by UPND. Believe me, you know what? Because of what has been happening in the country, me, as for one, I don't even vote. I never used to vote. But this time around, because of what is happening, I even registered as a voter. This is showing us to say this is where things are going. We've seen your hearts. We've seen everything. And I would like to also, please, those that are listening, go and pass the message to our president. Please, Bakateka Wesu, you are a father. Being a father, kuba a father kufipuba, kuba kwatamano abana, we are a parent, you know. Nakuri wonse. So being the president of Zambia, Bakateka Bahakainde Chilema is a father to everybody of us, everyone. Now what is happening is clearly showing to say the country has divided, you know. And like my brother was saying from I don't know, from the diaspora, he was saying to say everything that is happening has exposed the hearts of everyone. Please, celebration not to imuna. You know what? I remember one of my lecturers used to say, when you go and do a community work, wherever you go, this is an indication to say what is coming is not good. Whatever, I don't know. Please, celebration na tuimona, celebrate, but next year you'll see what is going to happen. Even here last to come for celebration of my camp Kumbuko, because where the thing is going, like everyone is saying, tabawine kesi there could be Mama Esther Lungu, and you know, ambassador, ukubika na mayo show wido, mamu bikale tambage tumbi from the devil mebakwa for is so heartless. So heartless, I'm telling you. Shatala monapana mushakulira kale sana. Shatala monapofia chiska unomkulo. Shatala ngabose. I don't want to do repetitions of going back to whatever that has been spoken. We dokumbulo kumutwa koti chua. Honestly speaking, awa tukesa vota. Maturenga tukafu mkwa mkuvota okata tuvota. Let me tell you, mwala sekana muta celebrate like we've been seeing mwapanga yo tafuire chama na shani mwabula bena tasira mwabula mwapanga mle panga ma videos pange ni shteno na ikumana. So the Bible says, he who digs a pit shall fall into it. He who breaks a wall, the snake, the serpent will bite. Alenso kaika misumande meba. Abantu bakwalesa, ichalo chakwalesa, Psalms 24. The earth belongs to the Lord. It doesn't belong to anybody. And it's one that has got power to put kings and to remove. Remember that power, no matter how somebody can be, no matter how powerful you can be, lesaka mitento laka mifumiapo. Believe me, you. Lekeni ba Esther Lungu ba maiba loshe, lekeni ba shike chitumbi chabo kuna nanan kane yabo. Bulosh, believe me, you. Bulosh umpampa mino asota wawama. Abe na bakana tabalefa. Why can't we just leave it like that? Bachiko queen. Number UPND, lekeni you know kulanda papa chitumbi chabeni, pachiro chabeni. Imwenga tamufa well and good, malikwata long life. Mkwai nato telamkwai.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I've seen a posting by Kasonde Simwenda that his house is surrounded. I've seen a post from Kasonde Mwenda, the EFF president, that his house is surrounded by the police. That they've surrounded his. I'm trying to call him just now to see if we can get him live. I'll try also to get those that are close to him. Let me call his Secretary General. This is a developing story. Kasonde Mwenda has been surrounded by police. He has posted that on his page. Let me see if I can get someone from EFF to comment about this matter of Kasonde Mwenda. It's a developing story that his house has been surrounded by the police. I'll try to get Kasonde Mwenda. Hello, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you, Mr. Mwamba. Conceal my identity.
That is fine.
Sure, thank you. Mr. Mwamba, I want to contribute on two things. the first thing is for Waimi with Kapwepwe.
Francis Kapwepwe.
Francis Kapwepwe. Mr. Mwamba, Ambassador, you know that in the universal human rights, everyone has a right to life.
Yes.
And we have seen people in other countries who have committed serious offenses, of which such governments have made sure that those people, they just pass through a due process of the law and they are convicted. If it is true, or rather if it is true that the current regime has done this extrajudicial killing of Waimi, it's very unfortunate, and that means that we have a very dangerous regime in this country. No matter how Waimi did all those things, the best was to apprehend him, take him through the due process of the law, and the law could have worked. That is how the system works. Now, if you can have a government that can arrest someone and kill him in such a manner, if that is true, that is very unfortunate, and we don't need such a regime in this country. They need, in short, to come up open to explain where that person is, because there's no smoke without fire. They have been saying that the person was apprehended by them and he was killed by the police officers in the cells because of the injuries that he had to succumb to, which is very unfortunate, Mr. Mwamba. If that is true, that Waimi is no more, it's very unfortunate. We don't deserve this government in the next 2026. The other issue, Mr. Mwamba, is the issue of the board of the Red 60th Republican President. This issue, Mr. Mwamba, it's in white and black. The family is the one which is supposed to decide. The late president died when his benefits were stripped off. He died as someone who is just a common man. You see? So why is this so important today to the government? And you know, these people are just frustrating the entire process of burying the 63rd president, because they will just wake up today, they have this application in the court. They wake up the following day, they have this application in court. Right now they have made another amendment. We don't do that as a country. They need to respect the dead body. They need to respect, even if someone is dead, he has people that are speaking for him. So there is need that there is supposed to be harmony between the government and the family. And moreover, it is the government which should listen to the family, not the family listening to the government. When someone died, when his benefits were stripped off, he was mistreated. Someone who was moved out of the plane, you know, he was broke everywhere. We don't do that. What they have done, they have shown the country that they are not even capable to keep this country. It's a main reason why people are suffering, things have gone bad to worse, and someone is busy praising himself when things are like this in this country. It's
My
a
brother,
shame, Mr. Mam.
thank you. Let me take some more calls before we close. It's after the hour. We must close. It's after the hour. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please make your contributions.
Hello, good evening.
Please make your contributions.
Yes, I'm calling from Lusaka. My contribution is really brief. I just want to, it's a suggestion. I don't know if you can help with the family. Maybe they should just cremate the body, because what's the fuss about the body? What is it that they want? So the truth of the matter is, even if Baba Ocha Bakale Temitoi Kunobakesa Shika Hamashes, he'll still lie in his motherland. Maybe that will help, and we just want the family to rest. They've been through a lot, and it's really, heartbreaking to see them like that. It's been too much for them. I don't know how these people are feeling, but for some of us who are seeing them, how they have been grieving all this time, it's too much for them. So since balefo ashokwe bati balungu bese balale muno mukyalo kyabwe mukibote limbe baboche efero bakalete fyama ashes. It all amount to the same thing. He will still lie in Zambia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We are tracking a story of Kasonde Mwenda, EFF president, whose house has been surrounded. He has posted on his page that his house is surrounded by persons he suspects are police officers. I'm trying to call him to see if he can go live from his place, but he's not picking up the phone yet. I hope they haven't nabbed him already, but our thoughts and prayers are with him. This is not the best way to start your weekend for an opposition leader. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Yo twabomba shana imwe.
Awe ture awe bamwamba nefya kulanda na fipwa. Iri ya shumwale teri abaka. Nena chirafu afiati lero na na umfwa kofi. Shala nde polo chima. Nombe iri ya shumwale teri abaka sonde mwende. Awe efe fitampa kuri aba bantu abena Zambia changeling aba bantu, they are very calculating and they always get their cue from the man at the top. Uyu muntu alilandire ati nga twashika mukamona ifi twatampa okulamona nomba na batampa. I remember when I was growing up, Bakaunda Vachitire Repeal, Ifunde Yaku, Kukanya, Ifilangiriro Fimbi, Amapati Hambi. Vachiru Babadi Landirati. Mwebena Zambia. This is not the time to celebrate. When you kill a snake, make sure you go for the head and remove the head. Otherwise, this snake will come back and bite you. Inendefwa fendombe kukuvena Zambia. Tenshita ya kuikale apanshino tulimo. Ifine bonse balelanda tukavota nabakavote bantu ngata tuvotele awe tatuishi oko tukafika uyu muntu uyu nashupa kanshi mwebe na Zambia tuikatane ififia kweba tine nebo PF nebo socialist fifu mepo apa chilipo chalo tufuire tuapoka ama politics. We can do politics later. Inoshita I think umurimo ulipo uakubomba kufumia po yumuntu. Bamwamba abanensu baishire kuno. Narisa mona babinwe Mpundu. As I was driving out, and I said, I think I need to speak to this man. Then, obviously, my wife said, I'm a politics, just greet him and Milanda Pofim. Filia chitike Parliament filia Bamwamba. I think we've been well. I don't think it will end up there. Therefore, fitampa abantu batampe fine panono. They isolate you and then they make you a victim. So bamwamba ndikoselesha abantu besu bakose. Iliashi talire ya bwino. It's very, very disheartening what is happening. You know, abantu tetibale chisafe disappear. You know, where, you know, if you have a idea, mini if you know, if you are tampo class, if you have bantu class, chisafe disappear. You know, why do we have courts? Why do we have prisons? Prisons are there for Zambians who break the law. Anyway, I don't want to say things what other people have already said. Everybody knows that. And that child or that boy needed to go to court. If it needed putting him in jail, put him in jail. But you don't kill him. You know? Nganaba mwipaya nishikwena awe chashupa. You know? Chashupa.
Banena Tasha sana like anybody if I can take the other cause. You're Natasha Sana. Let me take the other cause as well. Thank you. Let's see if we can take some more calls. Hello, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, Emmanuel Mamba.
Yes, sir. You're to Abombashan Naimwe. Mkaiba Mtale, make your contributions.
Emmanuel Mambecho na tumina nipari wa Kasonde.
Bakasonde mwenda Mkwai.
Bakasonde ratera le tumafoni sipono kuyuki. Kwa di baba nensu wamo awa mu system awa tupera kwa information. So kuna benchita shimo kwati wamfa wakupera information mbora tumina watumini barondorwere. Like nali batumina irade barondorwere ati beni careful obere foku mikata na bachita organize ifya so na so. Nali tubawa Emmanuel Mamba almost 10 times bakasonde mwenda tawarenja so. Nali tuma kozi bakana mbama namba tukweta ama namba tuwakwata ya kuyuke. Kuri kuchenje shama families ato kuri fya so na so bakia mapo hapo usango kupresi yaso mwamanaga
Mkwai
abale tupera information bamu bantu bali mu system mwawo badi tete pay yoli muzambia ala pay yoli ukutali pako tupera information mba hata watu wabatumina phone tabale kwasuka ai bakasonde mwenda nali batumina nga ba checking number ndi wakayisanga nali tumine almost 4 times tabale jaso
Mkwai
na tubatabali yaso no mfya kwati separate na labako mwamanaga so yo mwachira ndi abakasonde mwenda tete ndabwe bali mpera information kuma guys aba mu UPND yako bati ali mu UPND no kuli ale ya badifire chitika tali happy
Mkwai
so edi nge kwati nangfeni mo wena sometimes na mitumina yako na mitumina phenomenal direct ko sometimes prisoner papa tam saving number kuti twalala ndina kola mpera ma information ifire chitika kwa baba nenso mwa baba mu system aba kwa bati bala kupera information party eti bakwebe
Mkwai
fya sona so dombo muntu wala tulile problem wala mwana ni banani oni ba Emmanuel Mamba limbo wala tumalimbi mota mwasuke limbebo ishi beta basuke parati wale kama mwana ga so prisoner papa tabakalamba insta tulipo yako bombera pamoja ikatishanya
chachine thank you my brother thank you my brother
guys wale firo kulanda because kimono kwebati aba ukakomondo pamukoshi sherefe nombogo fienda mwamala wale fo ukulika so banesiro kulanda magayi.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. I'll store your number and I'll give you my other number too.
Okay, my brother.
I've always advised my colleagues to answer their phones because you just don't know who will help you with the information. Hello, my brother, you are our last caller. Make your contributions. Introduce yourself and make your contributions.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Okay, I think this is MK again.
Yes, sir. Make your contribution, sir.
Yeah. All right, okay. I just also wanted to touch on the Mwenda issue. Maybe if someone can reach him, if he can just go on live so that these guys are exposed. And this has been our advice that we are giving to those people who are talking because they are following everyone who is talking.
Yeah.
So make sure whenever you observe something and familiar, you just go live. If you have got CCTVs, make sure they are all on, you know. And I'm sure he never shooting village TV. So let's be just careful, and those with Kasonde Mwenda's number, please let's call him to go live so that we see this Bamkukuru.
Thank you very much, my brother. Good day.
The Zambian government has urged the family of Edgar Lungu to agree on an out-of-court settlement of a dispute over the former president's funeral. The Zambian government had obtained a court order blocking Lungu's burial in the neighboring South Africa last month. Lungu's family had announced that he would be buried privately in Johannesburg on June 25th, 2025. The family's decision came after it failed to reach a mutually acceptable funeral plan with the government of President Hakainde Hichilema. Initially, Lungu's body was to be flown to Zambia's capital, Lusaka, on June 18th ahead of a 3-day public viewing, a funeral service on June 22nd, and burial on June 23rd. However, that plan collapsed at the last minute despite the South African government lining up military commanders at a Johannesburg airport to bid farewell to the former Zambian leader. President Hichilema would later publicly apologize to South Africa. Lungu and Hichilema had strained relations with both sides, often accusing the other of political targeting during their respective presidencies. Lungu died of an undisclosed illness while receiving treatment in South Africa's capital, Pretoria, on June 5th. In April this year, Zambia's Information Permanent Secretary Thabo Kawana had disclosed that Lungu was undergoing chemotherapy for cancer. Upon Lungu's death, his family said that he had left instructions that President Hichilema should not attend his funeral. But following a round of meetings in South Africa, Lungu's family and the Zambian government agreed that President Hichilema would attend and preside over Lungu's state funeral. But that did not come to pass after Lungu's family announced he would be buried in South Africa due to unresolved issues with the Zambian government. And now, to end the impasse, Zambia, through Information Minister Cornelius Mwetwa, says it has written to Lungu's family to have the dispute resolved out of court. The matter of Lungu's burial venue is scheduled for full hearing at the Pretoria High Court on August 4th. Lungu, who died aged 68, served as Zambia's 6th president from 2015 to 2021.
Amita pendwa ya vintu fisumesyo tabula kwibukisha Tanade pochimo Wimbo wa temenu wa katongi abazunga batita katongi nagula kwibukiza kateka kaibukubuna kapona neseko syove pamenso emwaba umebaya iyaba baume iyaba baume kateka wabantu twakulira lelo twakulira shikakukonke milimo shove Shile eti kumemo kula dolola vale lilo wingi
iseko wingi mwakwete isaso wingi mwakwete mwaya mwende wino tata wesu
katusi muchi wakege wali bomba kale lomba mwatu katuleli laki
I am cultured different. I don't want people confronting me like this, because where I grew up, we fear nothing. When you confront me, you're creating a problem there.
Today is Independence Day here in the United States. They celebrate it on 4th July. They obtained their independence on July 4th, 1776, establishing the United States. There are various activities that are going on here in the United States, and we wish them well as they remember their dead. I attended an event this morning, where you pledge allegiance to the flag and to the country. I thought that was very patriotic, very evoking. Even children are taught to pledge allegiance to the flag and recite these very rich words. Until next time, probably on Monday, we have to watch these developments, and this is something very sudden and very important, and I might come back to broadcast. But until Monday, enjoy the weekend and enjoy the long extended holiday. God bless you. God bless our country. Shalom, shalom. sorry, I'd said my goodbyes and I'd wished you a happy weekend, but I've just gotten information from Kasonde's home. Yes, he's still surrounded by the police there at his house. He's trying to get a lawyer and try to see how, but the police are insistent they're at his house and they want to pick him up, and unfortunately can't come live on this program because the police are at his residence. For those that are near Kasonde Mwenda's home, please rush there and give him solidarity. This is late in the night and the police want to fish him away from his home. We don't know if they are police with this era of abductions. So give him solidarity. For those that are near, for members of the press, please rush to Kasonde Mwenda's home and see how what the matters are. So God bless you. Until next week, we'll see you.